a nice night out, so I decided to take my dog Meatball the Boxer on an extra walk. He was pretty wound up, so I just wanted to wear him out a little bit. I was walking around the park as I normally do. I live in an apartment complex across the street here, and I saw an animal moving out in the water, so I decided to stop and watch it, see what type of animal it was. At first I thought it was a beaver, so I told my dog to sit and stay, and we just watched it go back and forth for about half hour, and it kept coming closer and closer towards us. And finally it got within about 10 to 12 feet, and I could see that it definitely wasn't a beaver because it was a much larger animal, and it was not moving the way a beaver would toward a person. I don't think a beaver would move toward a person. So my dog got up, and I heard a big slap on the water, and I mainly heard a tail, the bottom part of this animal slap against the water. At that point I realized that it was an alligator, because I saw it pull, about 10 feet away from me. So we backed up off the bank just to make sure we were both safe, and they kept swimming right in front of us there for about another half hour. The nose was popped out of the water so it could breathe, and the tail was just moving back and forth in a snake-like figure. I thought at one point when it started coming closer, it might have been a exotic snake, python, or some type of boa, because of the movement of the tail.
Doing?
Yeah, I believe it did notice us. I think that since it saw my dog, I thought of it as hunting us, because it was 30 feet out when we began, and then a half hour into it, it was about 10 to 12 feet away from us. And that's why I could clearly see the wake behind the tail. It would be 4 foot behind the animal, so that's why I knew it wasn't a beaver at that time. And we had great lighting over here, as you can see, maybe from across the street. The Putnam City High School football field lights were on, so you could clearly see it was a large animal.
So are you planning to come look for the gator again now, or stay away?
I think, I always walk my dog down here, and we'll just be careful, rather than
you think it could be aggressive then?
I think so. I think it's possible that it's hungry, and it looks at it, any type of item that possibly could take down as a food source. Yeah, we walk around the edge of this bank here all the time, and when we saw it, we stopped and watched that animal for about an hour until we completely knew it was an alligator because of it coming so close to us.
What did you do right away then after, you said you backed off? Did you call anybody last night, or what did you do?
No, last night I just went home and thought about it, about why an alligator would be out in this pond. I remember seeing a story about a month ago about a possible loose alligator about a half mile down the road, come to find out today after researching it. But basically I knew it was an alligator once I'd seen it slap its tail, and I just was wondering how it could live out here throughout the winter and what it was eating and things like that. And then I called the Oklahoma Department of Animal Control and Welfare Division there this morning.
Or the Oklahoma Department of Wildlife?
Yes, sir,
yeah.
The Oklahoma Department of Wildlife.
And what did they tell you?
They told me that they would have a warden check into the situation.
Okay. Is that, had you ever seen an alligator before?
Just at the zoos.
You have seen them at the zoos. So
yes.
One thing that gave it away, you said, that might be different than a beaver swimming is you think there was like a nose popping up. Did you see any eyes? Or describe that.
I didn't clearly see the eyes. I saw the nose popped out of the water. The reason I was so sure it was an alligator is because right over here is Putnam City Original Football Park, which the lights were on last night, and I was on the north side, and these lights are on the south side, so it gave a great view of this animal coming closer and closer towards us.